Hello everyone. This is 39th episode of TLB Author Interview Series, and we have a very young talent here with us, and Sahasra Amineni, and if I'm pronouncing that correct, yeah, she is the debut novelist with a deep-rooted passion for storytelling. And after years of dreaming and drafting and dedication, her first novel brings her love for thrillers and mystery. So she's also an avid reader. So, Sahasra, a very warm welcome to you. Please go ahead and tell us about you and about your book.
Thank you so much, TLD, for giving me this opportunity. I'm Sahasra. I'm a 17-year-old girl. I have finished my 12th grade and I'm now into engineering. I have made my debut novel with Who Holds the Last Secret, which is a thriller, suspense, and crime.
Good to know about you. So, what inspired you to write Who Holds the Last Secret? Was there a specific moment or idea that sparked the story?
It generally crime and thriller generally get to me a lot. But one moment that inspired me to write the book "Who Holds the Last Secret" is that what if the person who we trust the most is the one hiding the most secrets, and that could destroy you. Ultimately, it was the deepest and the darkest thought that brought the story alive, saying that how far would a person go to hide their secrets, and what if that destroys the bonds that were formed.
So, your book consists of characters Samantha and Ethan Adams. So, these detectives are key to the story. So, are they inspired by anyone in real life, or they are totally out of fiction?
They're both inspired by real life and the fictional detectives. The mostly in fictional, it's because I've grown up reading on the own detectives I've been reading on, their characteristics, their personality traits, but mostly it's their emotions that make them unique to others. Samantha showed strength and grace of a woman and how she carried herself even in the hard times, while she leads with clarity. Ethan is more analytical and logical. He's also very reserved. The relationship between Samantha and Ethan were the only reason I could go deep into their professional duty and familial love.
So, are they also involved with each other?
Yes, they are. That should be in the book.
That gives a new
It's
like a
it's a whole new dynamic
yeah.
that gives the turn to a book.
Okay, you are just 17 and you have written a full length novel, which is a great thing. Congratulations for completing your first novel. So, what was the biggest challenge while writing or during the writing process?
It was trusting my ideas, honestly. Sometimes I would just write chapters and chapters without doubting anything or looking back. But at days, I used to just look at the screen and wonder if any of them made any sense. But now looking back, it was completely worth it. Although it was chaotic, it was something I will carry with me.
It's the experience.
Yes.
Right. It's very important to get the experience because we learn a lot during our process.
Yes. It was very messy, chaotic. I wrote 10 same lines for the 10 scenes. It was worth it, and I could get a more clear picture for it.
So, did you face any writer's block while writing Who Holds the Last Secret? And how did you overcome it?
It showed up more than once. Like it would just stay for days and days and would not even leave. But it would come in the mostly in the middle of the thing, not at the start or the end. I knew where I wanted the plot to go, but there were too many ideas or too many creative situations just to write out that plot. But I realized that getting it out of my head, and no matter how messy it is, writing it down is the only way to get over it and get through it. So once I've started writing on all the messy ideas and all the lines I've got in my head, I have been able to cross the writer's block and make a good scene out of it. Sometimes even the messiest scene is the best scene you could find in your book.
And being so young, you are so inspiring, I would say. The way you talk is really like you have experienced.
Thank you.
Okay, what does your writing routine look like? Are you an early morning writer or you are an overnight oil burner?
I'm more of the overnight oil burner. The creativity is most alive then because of the calmness, the peace in the night. But it's all never perfect because a teenage life is never perfect. It's very chaotic. Like I write early in the time, I write very late in the night. I don't write sometimes, but I at least make sure to be consistent with it. No matter how much, it's at least one line, one scene, one dialogue. No matter how small it is, getting it down on a paper is something to be proud of. And it's like whole part of the whole process. Like how a piece fits a puzzle, it's the same.
And being consistent is the key. Like you have to be consistent, no matter if you are writing one word or you're writing 10,000 words, it doesn't matter. You have
It's
to be
just you have
consistent.
to write.
Yeah. Okay. Did you outline the story before writing? Because most of the writers do outline their story before beginning to like write. So did you outline it before, or did you let the plot unfold naturally?
I wouldn't say I did both. I did a mixture of both of them. For the first few chapters, I let it actually outlined it and wrote how I wanted it to turn out, and would be very disappointed if it didn't turn out that way. But once I reached a certain number of chapters, I just let it flow on its own because the story has its own flow and no one can stop it. And there, although I had a very few ideas of how rough outline, even when I was letting it flow on its own, I knew how I wanted it to end.
Yeah.
Like, but sometimes when I wanted the smallest scene to be very small, or the chapter be very small or precise, it would become the biggest scene or the biggest clue that reveals the whole part or the majority of the book. So I let it flow and outline it a little bit. So it's a combination.
So the ending was already like decided
Not
from the beginning.
really. It was right after I wrote a very few chapters and I had a lot of opinions coming in. It flowed naturally.
So aside from writing, you also enjoy poetry a lot. So how does writing poetry differ from writing a mystery novel?
Very different actually, because they don't need any structure or any particular sequence, and even with the shortest amount of words you can express a lot. Poems for me capture an exact emotion right now, while writing a mystery novel, every small detail, every small logic needs to be captured and fitted in the piece because it should fit emotionally and logically. Although I love moving in both of them, it's more of a combination that I cannot describe. It's just a very own different unique things to explore.
Great. So do you prefer mystery or poetry?
I would say both. It depends on the situation. If I am in a lot of emotions, I want to get my exact emotions out, I would say poetry. But if I want a crime thriller or a lot of logic to be applied, I would say mystery.
Yeah. Okay. Poetry is like a very soothing thing for me, especially because I'll read poetry when I have to calm myself down.
Your heads, your head space out.
Yeah. Like I have to make this everything soothing and calm myself, put off the pressure of my mind.
It explores, even with one word, you explore a lot of emotions. Even with one line, you can show your whole emotions in one line. So that's something I love about poetry.
Okay. So when you were done with your first book or you were just started writing your book, you told your family and friends about it, and how does your family and friends reacted or what they thought about you publishing a book at such a young age?
They have been very supportive, honestly. A little amazed and a little surprised. Some people thought it was a hobby or just a phase, just because I've finished my board exams and I had nothing to do. They thought it was just something that would pass on like the other hobbies. But when I finished the manuscript, finished the editing and publishing, it became real for everyone, like even for me, because it took a while for me to even accept that I published a book. My friends have been the biggest support. Like they've listened to me rant about books, cry about the 10 versions of scene in my head. They put in ideas. They helped me brainstorm. It was priceless. Although I have held them at gunpoint to read my books too. They have been there. So it's very close and nice.
It's a luxury to have such friends.
It is. It's very supportive and sweet to see that. And honestly, I'm very grateful to them.
You must be, because it's like when you have someone supporting you in such phase of your life, it's really, really great to have this kind of people supporting you.
Yes.
Having your back. Okay. Do you see yourself exploring other genres in the future, or will you stick with mystery and poetry or suspense?
Mystery and suspense will always be my first choice because the psychology, crime, and pulls me into it, and like it's a never-ending loop. But I will definitely explore more genres, but love stories and all are something that comes to me very late. I'm a hopeless romantic, so it's very late that comes to me. That what pulls me most into writing mystery or suspense is the deep sense of emotions or unspoken parts of life. But I wouldn't say I'm limited to one particular genre. Although I would recommend a lot of history, suspense, powerful drama
Yeah.
will be my pick.
Okay. So I'll say just keep experimenting with everything.
Yes.
Because I, as a reader, keep experimenting with every kind of genre. I read everything. There's nothing like I have to pick this, I have to pick this. No. I've
It's
kept
while
anything.
being a reader, it's never that you're limited to one genre. You're just going over and over again.
But I don't know what it is for authors. Maybe they like one.
I love to experiment and I love to move around genres, but what pulled me in the most with my ability is suspense. So I still have to explore because this is my debut novel. I still have to.
You have a long way
Yes.
to. Uh, what books or authors have influenced your writing style or inspired you the most?
There are many authors like Gillian Flynn, Tana French were huge influences. They show that the suspense should not cannot it's not even fast paced. It can be smart, emotional, and it always needs to be fast paced, like how we see it in the movies. They're
Yeah,
rushing everything. It doesn't need to be that. It can always be slow, calm, emotional, close to your heart. And I can never forget Agatha Christie. She showed that every clue is important, and maybe even the smallest clue can, create a bigger reason to solve
yeah.
the case or go through what you want to. They've turned something very simple lines into iconic ones that I'll always remember.
I think suspense and mystery writers, like, I respect them a lot because it's easy for us to read it. It's easy for us to like uh, comment about it, but the struggle, the efforts the author have put into it is like we can't even imagine
There's
what kind
so
of.
many scenarios
Yeah,
that we want to write down, but nothing makes sense in the piece, so we have to just brainstorm and storm, and we get there, but it's a lot of process.
yeah, it is. So, in one sentence, how would you describe your journey as a young author so far?
My journey is still beginning, but still it's been a roller coaster of setbacks, challenges, but also it has brought me so much joy into the characters that I dreamed of. I brought them into life. It's very rewarding and sweet.
So, I'll say that you enjoy your journey more.
Yes,
Like
it's
there
still
are,
beginning, so I'm looking forward to it.
yeah, exactly. You have to enjoy every moment. Like we get frustrated, we get irritated sometimes, but it's
It
like,
at the end it's very rewarding, and like seeing
yeah,
how your book is being taken, it's amazing.
exactly. It's everything is worthy of it.
Yes.
Did you expect the kind of love and criticism you are receiving from readers? Had you set the boundaries or expectation for yourself before publishing, or did you figure things out as the response came to it?
I honestly didn't know what to expect when I published it first because I did not expect it to reach such a larger range. Uh, it was something I wrote just as a trial because I wanted to see how well could it be given out, taken as, and the support from the readers has been so heartwarming. And but all the critics reminded me that it is important to accept it and grow from it. I quickly realized that both the critics and the praises are valuable.
Yeah.
Some encourage me, some put me down, but at the end of the day, they're for me a learning curve. And I'm very grateful, although it's very sweet to see the responses. I have set the limit that I will not go through so many reviews or limit myself to social media a lot because I do not want to fall into that never ending loop.
Yeah. Okay. So you have to balance both, like
Yes.
critics
I
and
mean, with
the.
love comes the hate, so it's a common, very balanced situation right now.
Definitely. Yeah. So, being so young, did you ever feel at a disadvantage or worry that people might not take you as seriously as the older or experienced authors? How did you manage those feelings or overcome that mindset?
More than others, it was me that felt underestimated looking at the other authors or something, because uh, everyone generally the society says that young authors are less committed, and over time they realize it's not something they want to pursue.
Yeah,
That put me down a lot, but over time I've realized that age is not that what matters, and my work and how readers perceive my work is what matters, and it's about all the
yeah,
effort that I put in my book. I surrounded myself with a lot of supportive people, my friends, my family. That support made a very huge difference. So it's not been such a hard journey with my age, because at times when you see the pages you have written, it's not about the age, it's about the words and the scenes you have used to create the impact.
So, one thing people often overlook is how challenging self promotion and self publishing can be. So, how difficult was it for you to promote your book and reach the readers, especially as a debut author? What did that journey look like for you?
Writing a book is completely different than publishing it. Writing it was
Yeah,
very easy comparing to promotions or publishing. Although even publishing was made very easy for me with self-publishing websites, promotion was way hard. I couldn't speak about my book without being awkward or self-conscious at first, because I didn't know how to start a conversation. But then I learned how to slowly connect on social media, connect with the book bloggers. It was tiring, but it was very rewarding also. There was so much love and support. There was so much genuine connection I formed from the social media. It was very, very sweet. I still have this connections with people I've made all over the India that love the book, and they're very, very happy to be a part of this my journey. It's very sweet.
okay, that's good because promotion is a very big thing. If you are a debut novelist and you are like a young novelist,
It never
you
stops.
are at
Promotions are
disadvantage.
gone.
Yeah, promotion never stops. You have to promote your book every turn of the life. Like if you are going out with friends, you have to promote your book to your friends. Like,
It's
do
a
read this book.
never ending journey of promotions.
Yeah, it's never ends. If you could recommend just one of your favorite books, whether it's a novel or a collection of poetry, what would it be, and why does this hold a special place in your heart?
It would be my recent read, The Good Girl's Guide to Murder by Holly Jackson. It's a smart mystery that got me hooked from start to finish. I have completed the whole novel in a day or two. It's so much love because it blends suspense with the real emotions of people and how their mistakes lead them to the consequences and how they face them.
Yeah,
So it's got me completely hooked onto it.
I have read it, so I understand your emotions. Like, I know how it is. It's a it's a great book,
It
by
is
the way. I loved
really
it.
lovely. It's complete. It's modernized, but
Yeah,
also very lovely. It has a glint of classics and modern into it.
the suspense is very
It
good. The suspense is
is.
really good. I thoroughly enjoyed that book.
Same.
So you are currently featured as Book of the Week in TLB. So how has your experience with TLB been so far, and how did you feel about the way Who Holds the Last Secret is being received during this spotlight?
It's very exciting and very nervous at the same time. There have been so much enthusiasm and there's been so much support from the group and from all the readers. It's very encouraging. It makes me want to write more and explore more. Uh, I have connected with a lot of people of various ages, got their opinions. Honestly, it's a wonderful opportunity to grow as a writer and share my work publicly, who give actual valid opinions without sugarcoating anything. So it's very lovely.
So, are you working on a new project or planning a sequel? So, can we get a hint about it?
Right, as of now, I'm not working on anything. I'm taking a small break. I'm letting the debut novel settle in and get over with these promotions and all. But there'll be definitely a new novel coming up. I will be exploring a lot more genres, just than mystery and suspenseful, but there'll be more.
So that was it for today, and we wish you all the very best for your next book and your future journey ahead. So, being so young, these early days are incredibly important in shaping who you become as an author and as a person. So, I truly hope you continue to grow and explore and learn from this experience
Thanks
as
a lot.
much as you can. So, yeah, any type of feedback, criticism you get, just learn from it. And that was all for today. Thank you so much for joining us. It was really, really pleasure to have you here.
Thank you so much for having me here. It was really great.
Okay, to all the people who stayed tuned, thank you so much for joining. And it was great to have this conversation with Sahasra. And yeah, we'll see you next time with another episode. And till then, happy reading, everyone.
Thank
Bye
you.
bye.